Day 3 of this show, going to ICAST. How tired are you?
We're exhausted, but it's all fiction. We're doing rods today. We're doing reels today.
New product showcase.
Yeah.
Which is where we're going right now.
Let's go.
Let's do it. What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. We are doing new product showcase at ICAST 2024 right meow. And we're going to be walking around checking out combos, rods, reels, technologies, boats, kayaks, all sorts of stuff. So let's get started with some tech stuff, I think. Tech and rods.
There's like really one thing. Then we're gonna go rods, then we're gonna go reels, then we're gonna go stuff, then we're gonna go lures.
It's gonna be fairly quick. We will do other videos that you'll see in the future where you see all the rods, reels that we really liked. Can't hit everything, there's not enough time, unfortunately. But all the stuff that we really, really liked, we're gonna get up close and personal with in those booths over there. So we'll get hands-on with it. For now though, let's take a look at it. You guys let us know what you think about these products in the comments below. Price points will be included and our thoughts and opinions are free. Let's go. So first up, we got the Lowrance You Can Afford Forward-Facing Sonar Edition as well. This is pretty neat. I mean, it looks fairly clear. It's obviously going to help you out a lot as an effective tool. $9.99 price point is pretty gosh dang insane. They also have chirp and stuff on here. Having not used it, can't comment too much about it, but I like that we're trying to get a lower price point on FFS. So we've been hanging out with these guys, just met them like 2 days ago. They've been super cool. They actually won an award, Rugged Road. They make a really cool cooler. They also make this neat thing. This is called the Ice-Tomator. A little Bluetooth plug that goes into your drainage spout on your cooler and will tell you when you're gonna run out of ice. How much more ice do you have? Because
the temperature inside.
It'll tell you the temp and everything. Their slogan for this is if you're peaking, you're leaking. Don't open your cooler to see how much ice. Just check your phone. Do we need it? No. Do we want it? Absolutely. All right. Over here we have I Love Gold. That's the iReel 2, which I didn't know came in gold edition. And now I'm mad that I don't have one. It's probably one of a kind. Looks super sick. We like the iReel 2. We didn't know this. It's $3.99. So it's a little bit higher, about 50 bucks more than we predicted. Unfortunately, still think it has a lot of cool features. Maybe it becomes more affordable in the future. We like it. Also, we're gonna be checking this out at the booth. So we've got from Lose, this is the Custom Pro baitcast reel with their Paramag braking system, designed straight up to throw up dukes against the iReel 2. They were talking trash about it, so we'll see if it holds up. Also, $279. So
it's smaller than I thought.
They're winning on the price point. It looks very compact. I'm gonna check that out. I like it a lot. Totally thought this was gonna win an award. It did not. This is the Max Elite. So taking your like classic favorite Abu Garcia Max reel spinning edition and making it souped up. This is the Elite edition. So excited about that. Going to check that out with Pure Fishing. We will also check this out, the Tatula SV100. Every year getting better. Every year upgrading. Loved Iowa for that. Last year we got the Tatula 100. Now we got the SV. This is upgraded, better spool, all sorts of better components. Going to be cool. We'll check it out in person. At 220 bucks, not too shabby. Spro making some reels. We've talked about this on the podcast a little bit. Haven't had my hands on a Spro reel, so we will absolutely go check them out. Looks neat. 230 bucks. You guys know I have the X Series baitcaster on my Psycho Stick. It is one of the best baitcasters I've ever used. $279. For $220, you can get the X Series spinning reel. It looks bougie AF. It's a lot of money for a spinning reel, in my opinion. But it's neat. We will be going by Akuma. We will get our hands on it. Moving right along, we got some combos to check out. Every year, Proficiency putting out some like of the craziest looking, most artistic, getting kids to go fishing combos you can ever think of. We love getting kids to go fishing. This is called the Riz. If you don't know what the Riz is, you are too old, just like me.
You can tell they're old because they didn't call it the Rizzler.
Oh, they don't even get it. Pretty neat looking combo. I always like look at these for $200. I feel like you can get way better components than what they are putting into these combos. However, if you're a kid and you want to go fishing and you want to be cooler than your friends, on looks at least, and maybe you just smack more fish than they do, you should get this. It looks neat. If you're a grandma and you just want to get a really cool gift for your grandkids, you can't go wrong with the Riz, and they'll think you're super cool. We've got somehow the cheapest combo I've ever seen in my absolute entire life, unless this is a typo. $22.99. This is coming from Akuma. This is called the X-Otic. X-Otic. Dude, it's a freaking noodle. I don't know how strong it is, but it looks cool. It's got like these little camo foam attachments here. I mean, it's a decent spinning reel. Does it compete with something like an Ugly Stick? I don't know, but it looks neat. 23, you can't really go that wrong. Speaking of budget, but stepping it up a little bit, we have from Shimano here, the, I'm gonna call it the ICAST, I have no idea. You'll correct me in the comments, I'm sure. 150 bucks. It's a Shimano setup. You're gonna be happy with it. Grips and everything look great. They just went for lighter weight components on this. It's gonna be slightly cheaper materials, obviously, than you're going to get on like an SLX front. $150 for a bait casting combo that looks and feels great. I love to see that. So Spro has this American-made rod here. This is the Bronze Eye, which if you're familiar with one of our favorite frogs of all time, the Bronze Eye, this is kind of mirroring that. American-made, great components, $260. If you want to go for a bougie, well-built, American-made rod, I think it's a good option. So here's a bonkers thing that I just found out. I paid, I believe it was $40 for this handing reel, this exact one. Here it's listed at $99.99. Why? I don't know. Somebody in our comments or on our lives was saying like Handing's raising their prices. You were correct. They did. They also made this. So now I'm definitely not recommending that rod. But they also made this. This is basically looking like the Poison Shimano rod. This is the Handing Blast rod. Really, really cool space age looking components on here. It does come in at a price point of $219. And I'm sure on Amazon 2 years ago, this would have been 50 bucks. But it is really neat looking. I just can't recommend it. If you're raising your prices that much, what the heck? You guys know we really liked the Castrol BFS line. They also have ultralight spinning rods as well. They used to be all multi-piece, 2, 3 multiple pieces that you were getting with those rods. This is their one-piece edition, still $90. You're gonna get a little more durability out of that. Super neat looking rod. We like it a lot. We'll get hands-on with casting later in the rods and reels videos. We got from 13 Fishing, the Oath. This is one we had our eyes on. Super good looking rod. They got casting and spinning, obviously. We're looking at a price point here of $100. I don't think you can go wrong with that. Spinning, first of all, locking upwards with a spinning reel, you already have my heart. Thank you so much for that. Really cool looking rod. I'm sure it's going to be great. Keep your eye on those $100 price point rods. There's a bunch of them out there now.
One thing I have to call about 13 Fishing, one of my favorite things about them is the fact that they have the best and the most unique reel seats in the game and some of the best actions.
Next up from our boys over at TFO, we have here the TFO Professional Series gets an update. Check this out. So this rod is looking fantastic. I've always loved the TFO Professional. I have a medium heavy mod fast. That's one of my favorites in my lineup. This is a medium heavy as well. 3/8 of an ounce to an ounce is the weight rating. So, and it's a 7-footer caster. I am pretty sure it's gonna have more of a moderate action too, even though it doesn't say it on here. But super cool series, 120 bucks, dude. Like, you just can't go wrong with it. And then they went way up in price point. They made a super bougie option. So this is the Sentra Bass. Really, really nice rod. Super light. Oh my gosh, this thing is insanely light. Get cork, little foam and cork combo down there at the bottom. Kind of an oversized locking reel nut there, but I think it feels pretty comfortable on the hand, just on how my reel position normally is. There you go. So this is a 7.3 medium heavy, 3/8 to an ounce. Really nice looking, American made, TFO, always bringing value. Love to see it. All right, so Cashin makes some really high value rods as well. However, this one I'm kind of scratching my head about. So we've got a forward facing sonar spinning rod here. Interesting idea. You can see right there, forward facing sonar. $234.95 for some reason. Feels really comfortable. Screw up locking nut for your reel there. And I mean, look at the line guides, kind of a steep angle on those line guides there. Interesting. I'm sure it has great high-end components. It is made in America. It's gonna be good. I just don't get the forward-facing sonar. So Luz actually has the LFS series here. So that is, I mean, it's gonna be value-centric. 130 bucks. Looks like really decent components. Again, screw up locking nut. Can all spinning reels just do that? That would be way better. I like it a lot. Super heavy duty guides on here. Looks like we've got Fuji Concept O guides on this, running the LFS X3 blank, whatever that means. We're gonna find out more when we go over to the Luz booth, and you better believe we'll be at the Luz booth. Oh yeah, good thing I didn't miss this. Been fishing this one for a little bit. They actually have the price point down. I think that was just for retail stores, $274.99. If you buy it online, $295, and you actually can use our code AAA NFX. This is the Fish NFX. Oh gosh, Fish NFX rod. That'll get you 10% off, and 10% of the proceeds go to autism anglers. So already this is a winner in my book. Unfortunately, they did not win an award last night. That was very frustrating for us, but we were proud of these guys. We think they're doing great things. Our buddy Don from Autism Anglers and American Custom Tackle had a big hand in making this thing. It is a beautiful looking rod. We're going to be fishing it a lot, but there you go. Fish NFX, carbon and gold. Beautiful colorway. Love that rod. All right, y'all, another rod I'm really excited about due to the new components here we have from Yak Rods at $265, which is actually like lower than their normal price point of around $295, $300. They've got a killer bait keeper there. They've got an exposed, oh gosh, exposed blank section right under your reel. Super sensitive rods, very noodly. You can see the end kind of whippy there, but they have this magnetic leash component. This magnet actually comes out. It is very sturdy, liking that a lot. So if you want to make sure that you are secure, there's your magnet. You just leash this up to your PFD, easily swap your rods out. One leash, multiple rods, put the rest that you're not using back into your crate. You're good to go. I love it. That is a really cool innovation. I was looking for this a minute ago. So Cashin actually typically has, high value but higher price points with their rods. Here we have an American-made rod at $130. This is their BFS Element series. To me, it's a little oversized for BFS. We do have micro guides on here. The grip, everything is just like, it feels like a standard rod. So maybe that's a good thing for some folks. Maybe it's not. For me, I tend to like the smaller, more compact, lighter designs, kind of like my Yak Rod BFS or my Cast King Kestrel. But this is really nice. A lot more whippy than their other Cashin Icon BFS was. So you get a little more sensitivity, a little more action out of this. I think it's really neat. At $130, they're hitting that price point a lot of people are looking for. And if you want accessibility with BFS, especially coming stateside and growing a little bit in the US, I think this is a good move on their part. Moving on, you guys, let's keep it going. So we're going to some accessories. Going to the accessories here, first off, I want to talk about Newport. So we've got Newport's 180 Pro, fantastic. We've been using it for a while, $1,000 high efficiency electric motor for your boat. Really cool. Good news for people looking to get into Newport and thinking Newport batteries are really expensive. I hear you. They actually came out with a low pro version of this, which is not only smaller, more compact, easier plug and play methodology to it. It also is cheaper. It's more affordable. So that is really cool. And it's Bluetooth enabled. So this one right here, the 12 volt 100 amp running $799, waterproof plugs, Bluetooth enabled, small compact design, will fit under your seat, will fit into the Yak Attack Black Pack Pro or short stack easily. So you can fit that thing anywhere you want. It is out of the way. Love to see that. Okay, didn't know this was a thing. Haven't seen this yet, but check this out. So we've got the Suspends Storage Rig and Roll, a rolling cart for boats and micro skiffs up to 350 pounds. So for my kayak anglers, this could be a really good option. Look at the sides here. You've actually got tables. It's like a camping setup. And you've got heavy duty canvas material here for storage. That's pretty cool. $399. I think that's a decent solution for folks who don't want to do what we did and like build your own rolling rack that's kind of big and bulky. This one folds up. You can store it. You've got a little wire storage underneath as well. Got a wire platform underneath as well, so you can do extra storage down there. That's cool. Can't do two kayaks, but if you have just one, like a big motorized kayak or whatever, you can store it there. I like that idea. Got the Yak Attack rod stager. I'll be honest, this is one that I don't exactly get. If you use it this way, I feel like there's different ways that you could do it. If you put it over the side of your boat, so you would make this adjustment here. A lot of guys are running it way over the side of your boat. I feel like it's just a lot in the way. To me, it's too cluttered. Cool idea. Seems really secure. Like that's heavy duty. Hyper secure. If you like the idea, awesome. I just don't think this one's for me. $85 for that. You can see, however, though, that it may eliminate the need for like leashes and things like that. Your rods are going to be secure. Like I said, it's just more of a clutter thing for me. Here in these pictures, that's on boats. This is not on kayaks. I think that's a great call out. This is a good option for you. Stage those rods up out of the way off the deck. You're not stepping on them. Neat. A whistle. $19. Oh, this thing is heavy. This is way heavier than I thought it was going to be. All right, so $60. Yak Attack has their, what do they call it? The leaderboard? Of course they call it the leaderboard. We got the leaderboard here. little like folding accessory there. For 60 bucks, having all the accessories, I do think is cool. You get like a catch board, it's a couple bucks more for the board itself, but then you have to buy like this thing, you have to, you know, do whatever, all the other accessories. This kind of gives you everything you need. It is really heavy, but it does float. Also, little markers here, kind of genius. So lots of good things about it. There's a mirror down here too, so you can see if your fish's mouth is closed. Lots of different storage options, because of course it's Yak Attack, so it's going to be compatible with any Yak Attack accessory you could think of. Really cool idea. Price point I think is on point. Did we need it? I don't know. Maybe a lot of people love it. I'm like 50-50 on it myself. From Busby here, we got the Hive crate. There's actually two of them. There's one here, and then over there, there's the small one. Going. And here's the small one. Look at that. Heavy duty latches on this thing. It is watertight, see-through top. Heavy duty latches all around. There's a lot of them. I'll be honest, that's the only annoying part. Latchy. But check this out. You can open up just one side, flip that lid, and now you have access without taking the lid fully off. Close it back up, you're good to go. Of course, you don't have to always do those side latches. We've been using these for a while. They're really cool. Price point is, maybe they changed the retail on these. That one said 79 bucks. This one says 179. Last I checked on the website, they were a little bit higher, but if they're coming down, I think that's great news for all of us. Really awesome piece of equipment right here. You got dividers as well. Point is heavy duty. Another two great things here from Busby that we really like. The Breeze bag, super light. It's actually vented on both sides, so no water getting stuck in here, as can happen with the Quick Cube, and I have had that. I have to open them up, let them dry, drain them, whatever. With this, don't have to. Really neat, still see through the front. I like that a lot. And we've got two of their basic boxes here as well. And then look at this. So this is the Swarm Breeze Tackle Management System. So they had the Swarm, and again, it was like sealed up, but it wasn't watertight. So if you got water in there, again, you just had to dump it out. This, self-draining. Really cool idea, love it a lot. Saying suggested retail 80 bucks. If that's true, I'm buying 10. All right, so we talked about this on our live for ICAST. This is the must-add $100 bank bag. It looks very similar to like your mock bag, your ego bag, and it gets you at the $100 price point, which is clutch. Looks like it's got decently comfy straps, and it does have padding. So it does have padding on there, vented. It's gonna be comfortable, lugging stuff around. Designed for 3,600 size boxes that you can see lined up in here. However, top loaded, and this Velcro does come out. It's pretty heavy duty. So you can take that out entirely, go 3,700, and go with your 3,700 size boxes vertically stacked. Love to see that. I will say, lots of storage pockets, really cool. This material is what we were worried about. It's pretty soft. It's like a pleather. It feels like, now I can't confirm this, but it feels like that would break down over time. You're going to cut that with hooks. It's going to fall apart. The first hook that you put in there is going to tear this thing up. However, $100, and if you're nice to it, maybe it'll hold up. What's the bottom like? Ooh, the bottom's going to fall apart. This needs to be rugged. That needs to be reinforced. I don't know why they didn't do that, but probably to get it at $100, but it does stand up. That's what you want to see. Still, overall, cool. These are really freaking cool. This will be in our accessories video that you guys will see. This is, yep, there's a line hole at the top so you don't bind up your line. You're vented, so drainage, water comes out. This is designed to keep your lures on your rods from getting tangled up together if you throw them in your truck, into your rod locker, or just in your boat in general when not in use, so you don't step on a hook. Really cool idea from Cast King. You got a hook on there. Large bait capsule here is $10, and you get a 2-pack with their smaller ones. They are working on a magnum size. So again, like I'm going to the bank or I'm going to hop into my kayak, I bring like 6 rods with me. They sit in the front seat of my truck. The trebles are in my truck seat. It's the worst, and very expensive if you damage that truck seat, but also they get tangled together. So this solves a pretty big problem, in my opinion. I like it. I think it's at a okay price point, very affordable. You guys can go grab those pretty soon, or now. I think they're available now. Go get some. Been seeing a lot more of these like just broken down exoskeleton, like strip the components type of pliers at this year's ICAST. Check that one from Go Maxis. You'll see in the accessories video. I don't actually see it here. Maybe it's somewhere over there. But this one has a finger trigger section on it. Good grip to it, and it actually locks. So that is from C Pro, 50 bucks. It's about the same price as the Go Maxis. I like it. That's cool. $17 ceramic. Paul, why'd you do that? $17 ceramic. Hey, you a cop?
I'm a pilot.
So we got, they're kind of slippery. There you go. $17. Can you do your job?
It's also slippery.
Can you do your job?
Yeah, sure.
$17 scissors, ceramic from Gamakatsu. That's really cool. Love the ceramic option. We got them on our line cutters. Been using that for years. Cuts like every single line you can think of. Very durable. 17 bucks. So from Cast King, $25 fillet knife here, and you actually can open up the case to clean all the fish gunk out of there. So that's pretty cool. It does also have a suction cup option or a clip option. So for 25 bucks, I mean, that is really freaking cool.
Carbon blade too.
And it snaps into place. Secure holder. Gomexis coming out with another really cool item here. So we got that high contrast digital readout for your weights. Oh, it vibrates for some reason. Oh, it stopped. I wanted to mess with Paul. That's so weird. I don't know why it did that. Oh, when it like settled on a weight, it vibrated. Oh. Cool, little feedback. Really heavy and really heavy duty. $100. So here we have the Helios F19. It's a 19-foot boat. Guess how much it costs? You're wrong, it's $92,000. Holy cow, the leather interior. This is like a Mercedes-Benz. This is high-end stuff. This thing is crazy. Look at this Pro XS Merc. Oh my gosh, what a heckin' boat.
What a value.
Who's buying that for me? Thank you. There's too much to cover with all the kayaks. We don't have time for this. You guys will see it in a full kayak breakdown, which is dropping on Monday. This video drops on Friday, so you can wait 2 days and you'll see it. We'll see you guys then. This is the Isle Flywater 12.6. We are gonna have this one in hand. Love the idea. Can't wait for the captain's chair. We are begging them to send us one. We're getting the regular seat first, but you'll see that soon because we're gonna get one. We got the New Canoe U10. We also kind of really want one of these because we can rig this thing out like crazy, and they've got a new foot steering option that's lighter weight, easier, quick release for our Newport. Love it. Both of those options, $1,500, insane. This is the Newport. This is $21.99, a little bit more. You get a super clean, comfy seat. Love that. Tracks installed already. That thing's heavy duty AF. You already get your transom mount. You slap on your NT 600, which Newport just dropped, and you can go up to probably 15 miles an hour. It includes most of the accessories already. There's a metal rail system up front, and you get a platform that you could stand on or mount, bow mount motor if you want to. You can do all sorts of stuff.
All right, guys, I'm going to take over for the bait section of this. So obviously, ICAST, we get a ton of baits going on here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to show you some of our favorites, some of the things we're interested in or that we want to showcase for you. The stuff we really think that is of value or is really cool or unique, we'll show you again later in the show. But for now, let's blast through some of these and at least give you a look at what's coming out your way pretty soon and releasing this year.
Saltwater.
So right here we've got the Yamamoto Nuki bugs. So this is just like the Yamato Nuki, is that gravity style, but you've got claws and some appendages there. One of our favorite baits and in a really cool size. So you guys have seen us skipping gravity baits. So these are just like baits with no appendages, easy to skip. They have Big Bite Baits is known for the BFE, the best flipper ever, and now they have come out with the BSE, the best skipper ever. This is absolutely one I'm going to get and going to try. This is the homing minnow from Strike King. So this is their take on a FFS enabled bait. You'll see the 90-degree line tie to keep these vertically enabled. Super realistic, and they're going to show up on that FFS because of the way that hook is designed, allegedly. Probably one we got to check out too, though, knowing that we are seeing a lot of these FFS baits, and we do FFS on the kayaks. We also have, of course, Live Target, made another animal, used to catch a fish. This is their Freestyle Frog 2.0. It has an exoskeleton. I don't know what that really means. That's one we got to check out just to see what it's all about. And then his buddy is right below here. This is the old Frenzy Mouse. Thanks again, Lunker. It is a furry hollow body bait, and we're not surprised.
Paul, did we need that?
Oh my God.
We didn't need it, but are we gonna look at it? Absolutely. So you guys have seen a couple of baits like this where you've got like a dense central bait with just a ton of appendages on it. Another one from Rains. If Rains makes it, it's probably going to be a banger. So this is their Rains umbrella wire. Definitely one we gotta check out. And you know, for BFS, bait finesse, excuse me, going to be a ton of fun.
Do it for me.
This is for Jeff. This is the American, I'm sorry, this is the Zoo Wake from American Baitworks, snag proof. So they've got a whole series of these, and this one is this is the Zoo Wake. So you're gonna run it on top, but it's got a tail, pretty unique. We'll see.
Thanks, buddy.
TBD.
That's a gator.
And this is a Gator. There's a black and white one and a white one. That's
good colorways.
Yeah, I mean, if you were gonna have two colors, those would be the ones. So here is sort of the originator, not the originator, the latest integration of this style of bait. You guys have seen the cube, the fuzzy dice, if you will. This is the G-Crack Imo Kamushi, the Q Bomb. It's pretty cool. They got 2 different sizes. This is the one that I want to try the most. And honestly, from G-Crack, this might be one of my favorites. We got to go check these guys out. Bamboo Bear, we met them last year, and they are really integrated into the scent game. So they are the originators of the scent injector, which is making its way through some other companies from them, which I'm really happy to see a small company. Yeah, Bait Fuel's doing theirs, but they're working with them. So I like to see an original designer get some props. They've also come out with some baits that are specifically designed to handle those injected or rubbed on scents. This is one of the coolest ones. So this is called the Plastic Scoochie. Really, really cool. So it's a Ned rig, but we saw it in a lot of different applications. And when you see it on a TV screen, how it's just slowly releasing that set and making the most out of it, super cool and super cool idea. Colors aren't bad either, I won't lie. I kind of like some of the colors. You guys have seen this before. This is the Hover Minnow. This is the dodging darting version of their Minnow base. Ton of new colors. Ton of multiple colors now. I mean, this is just Great Lakes Finesse, absolutely doing nothing but hitting home run bombs all day. Speaking of bombs, we got the Micro D-Bomb from Missile Baits. You like that transition, baby? This is just really cool. One of our favorite baits in a bait finesse profile. There's no wrong way to fish this. Super excited for that one. Way to go, Missile. And then we go down to the Drift Fry. So we've got a larger version here. If you guys aren't familiar with Jackall, they've been making some of the coolest, most unique stuff coming from overseas for our American market here. Can't wait to try this one out. This is your hover, strolling, just absolute banger bait. I cannot wait to use that one. More G-Crack. These are some of our, we've been using these for a long time. We love the bellow stick, but now you've got an elastomer version of some of these other ones which you've seen elsewhere in the market. So now you're getting actual value. You're getting the indestructible version of what is an expensive but a really useful quality bait. Another one from Missile Baits here. We got the Spunk Shad. I mean, it's just a really cool shad profile. A little finessey, fun for us. Thanks a lot, guys. We wanted the finesse. We really appreciate you doing that for us, because usually you just make them gigantic. We got if you guys recall, a couple years ago, Fish Lab released their Nature series. This was one that was talked about quite a bit. Then they came out with some different colors like chartreuse and all pink and some of that. Now you're seeing a wicked downsized version. This is 2.5 inches. This one, I think I'm gonna have to drift a little bit. That's pretty cool. You guys have seen this already. This is the Juvie Craw. This is probably one of, right now, their most popular baits, and all of their baits are popular right now. They have a jig head that is specifically designed for this one. It looks like someone already rigged it. I see a hole here in their test model. They also have some new colors. That one specifically, the green pumpkin with the orange bottom, absolute home run.
Did you know?
Oh, and Rebel has plastics. You're going to see a lot more of these. They have a whole wall of plastics. If you know Rebel, they're known for just ripping fish out of the creek. This is no exception. This will absolutely knock them dead.
We will be at the Rebel booth.
We going down to that booth too, because you know, I got the best hoodie in the game from Rebel. You know I'm taking a visit. You guys are going to see this one in our accessories video. Why would you see a bait in the accessories video? Because Gomexis is making it. We were at the Gomexis booth. We ran across this one. This is a all aluminum swim bait. So you got about a 4 ounce, and they have a smaller version with just under 4 ounces. Other than being made of all aluminum, what makes this really unique is that it's basically hyper customizable. You can see there's a very small switch in the belly of that swim bait. You push that switch and you can actually pull this one out and totally change the action. Also, that lip that you see right there, you can just go ahead and take that right out. They've got three or four different colors: silver, purple, I think a red, and maybe even a green. So pretty insane. It's 130 bucks, which sounds like a lot until you think about the swim bait game. That's kind of mid-range actually. So pretty cool. Gomexis is just like, they're going all over the place. So we got the 6-inch trick shad. This is a little bit smaller than their original, so 1 inch smaller. Has all the trademarks of the Buka products that you've come to expect, like the same type of tail, super quality hooks, etc., etc. You know the action is going to be a banger. 39 bucks brings it a little bit more into the realm of affordability than some of their other big baits. And if you wanted to go upsize, this is a good way to do it. If y'all wanted to see some insane stuff, you got alligators eating fish, you got fish eating fish. This is from Handing. Look, 25 bucks for a 3-pack, yes, that's a value. I have absolutely no idea what I'm looking at here. This is a big TBD. Handing is coming in a big way, though, with rods, with reels, and also with baits. And then we've got a mirror fish, so who knows? Why not? Euro tackle coming in a big way too. So they got some of these micro glide and swim baits. This one is pretty cool. I think Euro tackle does a really good job pretty much across the board. They really don't miss. They're like the Z-Man of bait finesse. They really just don't miss. So as a bait finesse enthusiast, I'm excited to see this one.
We had it in hand on the
Yeah, we did have this in hand on our live, so if you want to go check that one on YouTube, you can go do that. We had that one yesterday, but definitely going to get one on the water here pretty soon. G-Crack coming in with a hard bait, a multi-jointed, so you got 2 joints in there, 3-piece, pretty dang small, and those are some ultra finessey hooks. It's called the Supako Swimmer. It's got a lip. I mean, if it's G-Crack, you know it's going to be quality, and at $32, it freaking better be. Pradco, dropping some hard baits. There's a lot of different ones in here. This is a really cool jerk bait. It's got a big piece of metal in the head that does a couple of different things, everything from refraction to weight, and all the way down to being able to maybe being picked up on forward-facing sonar at a further distance than some of the other jerk baits that are out there. What I've heard is the action is really good. Again, if it's Booyah, I have a lot of confidence. 15 bucks for a quality jerk bait. If it is quality, you're right in the middle of the price point. I called that refraction, but yeah, that head also is going to provide that really cool flash. We definitely have to try that one out. Look, it's the tungsten version of the Evo. Look, we love the Evo. There's no doubt about it, but this brings you up in price to $16. You're already at basically jackhammer pricing, so you were getting a value before. Unless the tungsten is worth it for you, I'm probably just going to stick with the original, but I might eat my words. Let me fish it first. We'll see. Oh, yeah. And Spro. If it says Little John, it's awesome, period. They have a micro version. It's a micro 45, 2 to 3 foot diver. It's going to be a banger. It's just going to be a banger. And they had the color sick. The bone and blue, let's go, baby. So we actually saw this yesterday, and we had to stop and do a short on it. I had no idea this was coming. So you have this like Picatinny rail style cart here. This is really for surf fishermen. You got the big 16-inch wheels here. You've got all the availability here on the sides to put whatever you want to keep this cart basically as modular and do whatever you need. So everything from compartments here to keep baits and things like that to a cutting board. You can fit your black pack and your short stacks right in here. You've got cup holders. You got rod holders that you could literally mount every like 4 inches, and then a spot for a big measuring board here. Heavy duty handle, heavy duty frame, also heavy duty price coming in at just over $1,000. Yow! So if you guys have ever been in the market for a scale, I actually think shockingly it's very hard to find a quality scale that is reliable. I've had the Rapala $50 or $60 versions of these. This is their high vis, basically tournament application version. The other one that I've had to get rid of multiple times because it just keeps breaking. Not just running out of batteries, just straight up not working. So
breaking your heart.
Breaking my heart. That's what it's really doing. But here is your $180 version. Yes, that's going to hurt the pocketbook, but if you're a pro angler or if you're somebody who is really into getting into the tournament scene, this may be the one for you. They're hard to find, so if this one's good, it's probably worth the money.
All right, you guys, behind me is the best in show. If you don't know how ICAST works, basically Wednesday night of ICAST, they send out a whole bunch of awards, and the best of the best are chosen from each of these categories. They then get placed into a high security, mainframe, inaccessible Skynet zone.
There's literally one.
There's these 2 very nice ladies that will not let you.
There's a seatbelt and 2 nice people in front of them.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of stuff in there. We will be able to check this out around noon today, so we will be coming back. We will look at the best of each category later on, and then the best of the show, period. Like the #1 winner will be decided around 2:30, and then we will tell you who that is. As promised, we are back for the best of section. It was roped off earlier. Now it's full access. Why? Because they declared a winner. Want to know who the winner is? It's a saltwater reel from Penn. Like, neat for saltwater fishermen. Doesn't exactly fit us. Anytime anybody wins something, congrats to them. They obviously put a lot of hard work and effort into that. Let's look at everybody else who didn't win, but was also cool. Well, technically they won once. They won once. Yeah. Okay. This is the VMC tungsten red line. Got the bait keeper just down a little bit from the neck of that jig. Kind of cool, little ball head jig there.
11 bucks.
You know, I got to give it to my dudes over at Great Lakes Finesse personally, but there's that. We got the Kredge 100. I have fished this one time. I still haven't figured it out. I hear it's cool. I need to try it out more. We got the tying vise here from Renzetti.
Don't know anything about it.
I don't either. I wish I tied more flies. It's actually really fun. Tarpon clear float line. Don't know anything about it. Talked about that. You'll see this in our lure video, but the Prawn Stars. Most hilarious packaging I've ever seen from anybody, let alone Z-Man. Kind of surprised me. 2-pack in the smaller size. Look at that chartreuse.
$9 is a deal.
Dude. Chartreuse and purple.
Stretch them, baby.
What have been telling you guys for years? Chartreuse purple. This is really cool. Ultra thin finesse braid from Suffolk. The Revolve. Really excited to see that. 20 bucks for ultra finesse braid. Not bad. We got a fly fishing reel. We don't do enough of this anymore, so I can't really talk to it. We got the Vanford though. Oh, this, when you pick this thing up, it is bonkers. It feels so good in hand. $250 spinning reel at a super premium level. It's crazy. So we got from Akuma here. This is a saltwater, but it would definitely work for us as well. The BBZ hard mullet swim bait. Really cool, multi-jointed swim bait. Soft tail that's all one piece as well. Neat. Love the BBZ stuff. Got to give them props. Do It Molds made a hover rig mold. Super cool to see that. You can make your own hover rigs. I love it. We got the Shadtron. This thing is sick. Like I really need to figure these things out. We have the Mulletron. This has got that thicker body. That's cool. And it is a line through bait. Love it. And I think they've improved the line through as well. It's a lot easier to get that in and out. I remember my first Mulletron, I was like, what am I doing wrong? It wouldn't come out of there. Smaller size as well. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I didn't even see this.
We looked at like the exoskeleton-esque version of this, but look at this freaking thing. It's ultra small. It's got a finger trigger on there as well, and it does lock into place. That's cool. There's a whole bunch of apparel, that one. Look at that. There you go. Some of the coolest people at ICAST. I got to go back and see these guys. Why? Because they have Modelos for us. Second of all, look at this. This thing is crazy.
Yeah, crazy cool option.
It's basically a foam cooler that they sprayed with like what you'd put in your truck bed, like Line X. Like, it's insane. But they do have a plastic tray, keeping the weight down, divider that moves. Imagine that, Yeti. And then we've got a
matching bottle.
Matching bottle also. These things weigh absolutely nothing. This is their bigger size. It was crazy because we were talking to them at the booth and they're like, we're never going to win. And then guess what? They won. Why? Because we're good at checking vibes. You know, we hang out with cool people with cool vibes. So after spending about 38 minutes and reading a book, I figured this, I'm just kidding. With 2 seconds, we figured this out finally. But this is really cool. Got all your switcher system up here. The batteries included, batteries on the inside, $6.99, all-in-one solution where you just need to plug into these covered wires. What you plug into this is your graphs, your trolling motor, your navigational lights, fishing lights, whatever you want. Anything that needs a battery that needs to plug in, here you go, all in one. Really cool. We missed that on the floor because there's too many things. We kind of, I feel like we called this too. This thing is sick. So this is the Wilderness Systems Tactical Pro 128. We really want to get our hands on one of these at some point. It is $21.99. It gives you a tournament rig that's already wired and has a spacious living room up here for you to waltz about in as you are fishing. It gets you into tournament ready mode for $2,200. All you got to do, literally, like it comes with this plug up here as well. You buy your XI3, you have to buy the quick release kit, it's $80, and your XI3 is $13.49 if you want GPS. You pop it on, you're done. That's literally it. You just plug it in. It's crazy.
I love this.
Yeah, this goes all the way through. One of the coolest kayaks I've seen in years, and you have a captain's console included. You don't have to buy your own, and it sits flatter without causing issues with your front hatch or these hatches right here, and that removes as well.
It's super modern.
Like this is the most modern kayak.
And the cheapest most modern
and the most
kayak.
budget-friendly one. It's so here we have a drone that fishes for you. This is a fishing drone. You ever thought about that? Probably in a novelty way, probably in a jokey video way, but here we are, $22.99. You have a Nintendo Switch attached to it. So, well, not attached to it. A Nintendo Switch controller where you can just watch what's going on. You can take it out in the water. I'm sure like coastal fishing, maybe. This is like that's what it is.
You can drop up to 8 pounds worth of baits up to a mile out from where you are. You can catch sharks, you can catch whatever you want. This thing is completely insane and it's waterproof, so if it goes down, you're not gonna have a problem. GPS enabled is literally the only way to go. HD camera, live video, literally whatever you want. It's completely insane. And it's $2,300, so I won't have one, but it's still sick.
But I will have one with Paul's money. All right, so over here we have Garmin's updated Panoptics. I like this little like compact screen. And their Panoptics live scope there too. $19.99 for the all-in-one kit. Pretty dang cool. We can't use this on our kayak, but we could try. Fly fishing backpack. Neat. Sims, right? Yes. Probably, yeah. Way to go, Sims. That's cool. Oh my God. I got rod tubes that come with my fly fishing rods. Anyways. Under Armour deck boots. We got a chance to check this out with those guys. You'll see that in our accessories video coming out probably next week. These are really cool. Guess what? We're going to get some. So we will test these out. We'll let you know how they go. But really cool people over at Under Armour. Happy to see them get that. I didn't realize this was a giant joke lure, but I should have known because it won the novelties and wellness.
I feel well.
I don't feel well. Like if you touch these giant hooks, you're not going to feel well. The Giant America Rapala lure. Super cool. This is cool. I like this a lot. So this is the Create a Lure. The picture they showed at the award ceremony did not show what this actually was yesterday, so cool to see it now. You can make your own giant crankbait.
That's sick.
That's awesome. Get your kids doing cool stuff. I've done this with my kids before with smaller baits. Kids loved it. They don't care about fishing at all. My kids don't care about fishing. They hate
crafts,
fish.
baby.
But it's arts and crafts. And then Dad took their lures, caught fish. It was a fun family adventure. All right. Got another one from Sims here. Is this a attachable? Chest pack.
Slingy.
Chest pack, sling pack. Pretty neat. Costa made some, hang on. I'm not putting these on. 1,000 people had these on. It's like sweaty on the inside. Grody, 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 grody. Cool glasses. Oh, here we go. So this one's from Cast King. We came here after 4 Modelos. Paul had 7. And we went through New Product Showcase last night. We found this and we started freaking out. Out of all the things around us, found this, dialed it in. Really, really cool net. Folds up, gets real compact, and it has a safety recovery hook. Check this out. So Paul's going to transform the transformer net.
So this is how it's going to start for you. So this is when it's totally broken down. This is like the Japanese or Chinese overseas style net. You see this a lot from just because of the way that they fish, how things are managed. So you open up the net here.
Make sure your net doesn't get clogged up.
Yeah, I got to mess with that one to figure that out. All right, so you just open up the net like so. So now the net's open, and you just loosen this up. Eventually pull it through. So now you've got your net right here, and then it extends actually, when you tighten this up, it extends all over again. So you got 2 modes of extension. When you tighten that up like so, and then here at the back, this is pretty cool. So this has got like a retriever pull. You push in on this side, and eventually this pops out. So if you fall overboard in your kayak, you can grab something. If you drop something in the water, you can extend out and grab what you need to grab. It's a really cool net. The crazy thing about this, if I told you to guess the price, any other net that looks like this, that is a big basket, quality materials, is gonna be over $100. This is $69, so under $70. Completely insane.
It's actually $59, which is even more insane. Okay. Oh, yeah. We also had this featured in our accessories video. So this is the water collection coming from Benchmade Knives. If you're not familiar with Benchmade Knives, they make the best knives on the planet. Period. They're a bit pricier, right? So I haven't bought them in the past because they're like usually over $200, and all of these are $230 to about $250. But really, really cool knives. We got to get the story behind them from the creators of those knives. That was really cool to see. Lots of great options there.
It's the
Love
last
them.
knife you're ever gonna buy.
It's the last knife you're ever gonna buy. Okay, this I wanted to see up close. So this is from BKK. Oh my
wow,
Josh! I
wonder if it comes with the hooks.
What? So $299. This is called the OCD kit. It is fully loaded. Every hook you could ever need, fully labeled by size. How did this not win? This is so nuts.
Oh, you mean?
Of course it did. Yes, it did win. That is so cool. Oh my God. And it still is not that heavy, even with all that terminal. $300 for every hook you could ever need, right? And then you can just keep refilling by size if you want. The picture they showed at the award ceremony last night, you were like, what is this? I have no idea. So now seeing it, awesome. Love that. St. Croix dropped a combo for spinning and for casting that has won an award as well. I mean, it's a pretty nice rod with St. Croix, and you've got a version of their 7 reels with the black and blue pattern there. I think it's pretty neat. It is at $200. At that price point, I think there's so many good combos between $150 and $200 that I would probably point people in the direction of instead. And I'm just saying, I'm sorry, St. Croix. Like, it's cool. And then we have this guy right here. So the Ugly Stick GX2 gets an update. It's an ugly stick. It could survive nuclear impact, I believe, and probably could be confirmed somehow. But we use this to rig our kayaks. I have crushed it. I attempted to crush this with a garage door. It didn't work. These things are insane. So getting a little update there, and it's still $50. That doesn't change. You know what? Kudos to Ugly Stick. I love it.
GX2
2.2. So this is something I have no concept of understanding. There is a plug right here. So you can take those electric reels so you can retrieve line that's out for thousands and thousands of yards. It's going to take forever to hand crank that in. You can use an electric reel to pull that back in quicker, and it's connecting to your rod there. Neat. I still have no idea what that does, but it looks cool. We got a fly combo here. This is the Cedar Canyon Shakespeare fly combo. Super whippy. This is a 5-weight. It's like the whippiest 5-weight I think I've ever felt for trout. $64.99. Pretty heckin' cool. There you go. 65 bucks. You're getting people into fly fishing. I love to see that. And finally, we got our boys from TFO. This is their $499.95, $500 Euro nymphing rod. What does this come in at? It's got to be a 10. 10'6", 3-weight. 10'6", 3-weight. Oh my gosh, this thing's insane. TFO makes killer rods. 500 bucks. Outside of my budget, but it's super cool. Talking to Ross about this, they're excited. They had somebody on their team just work their butts off for this, and I love to see them rewarded for their efforts, so that's cool. And there is the winner of Best in Show. Look at that absolute Android robot crazy thing. That's the Penn Fathom. Again, I know nothing about these things. My salt guys will be like, hey, dummy, that's really cool. I hear you. All right, you guys, that was the new product showcase / Best in Show and the winner of Best in Show, all covered today in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash that like, subscribe, do all the cool things, drop a comment. Let us know, did the show get it right? Did ICAST nail it? Was the Best of Show actually the Best of Show in your opinion? We showed you things that didn't win. Did you think anything else deserved to win in their own category? And the best of the best, was that the best of the best in your opinion? In our opinion, we just don't understand it, so maybe, I don't know.
It probably was.
Probably. I mean, salt fishing's like the biggest thing in the world, right?
We are freshwater.
We are freshwater guys. We don't get it. Maybe you do. Let us know in the comments. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we will catch you next time. Okay, bye.